why I brought on a good brother, Coach Marcus. And I'm going to say this real quick, Marcus, before I let you cook. Because honestly, this Eagles running game is cooked. This running game is cooked. Dallas was a team, make sure I got this right here. Dallas was a team that struggled to stop the run. I want to make sure I got this completely 30th. Right. They were one of the worst run defense teams in football.
I think they were 30th.
And your leading rusher is Jalen Hurts with 33 yards. And look, this shit was so bad in the second half. I can't just point at one person, just one side of the ball, just one position group. This was bad. This was embarrassing. And
this was bad.
They got me questioning whether or not they're even capable. Marcus, please, tell me what's on your mind right now, big dog.
Bro, what did I tell you after I watched that tape? What did I tell you about after I watched the tape?
You said
miss me with all of the Jalen AJ bullshit. Miss me with that situationships and everybody got something to say.
It's not the problem.
Somebody is a problem with miss me with all of that. What did I tell you? Our problem is our offensive line. Cam Jurgens should not be playing right now. I don't know if his knee, I don't know if it's still his back, but Cam Jurgens was getting used all game. Fred Johnson had 3 bad plays in a row, including a penalty. Fred Johnson wasn't good. Tyler Steen wasn't good. Our offensive line is not good. It ain't got nothing to do with Saquon Barkley. It ain't got nothing to do with Jalen Hurts. It ain't got nothing to do with A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. None of that. The offensive line is the problem. Never thought I would say that, but I'm saying it. Our offensive line, when it comes to run blocking, is straight trash.
They're awful.
Right now, the only thing I can see that will help this situation right now is to sit Cam Jurgens down and start Brett Toth at center. We have to do something at the center is the keystone. He is a turnstile.
Yo, I never seen. First of all, I'm never supposed to see Cam Jurgens' face. I saw his face too much tonight. Bro. I saw his face too much tonight. He was getting turned around left and right. It was a point where I saw Osi Odigizua didn't even really hit him with a crazy move.
No,
he didn't even hit him with no crazy move, and he just ran right by him.
Hit, but with a basic crossover. And didn't I tell you? I watched the tape of the Detroit game, and there was a play where Cam Jurgens missed his guy and ran into Saquon 3 yards in the backfield. It happened again. The same thing happened again tonight. The offensive line is the problem. Do not get it twisted. How many times when Jalen almost threw that pick? He almost threw that pick because he couldn't follow through with the throw.
It was a couple passes. If he gets competent blocking, he can connect.
Correct. He could not follow through with the throw. And
in that second half, they were in his lap.
They in his lap. What good is having all of that time to throw the ball if everybody drops in the zone and everywhere you look, you got people in the way. You can't throw the ball. He still had a good game. He picked them apart when he could pick them apart. Then we just have a rash of turnovers and bad mistakes. If Zach Bond catches that pick, this is a different conversation.
Whole different game.
Tone, what do I say all the time? You got to take the advantage. You got to take care of those opportunities when you get them.
Yeah.
You got to take care of those opportunities. It hit him in the hands. Come on, Zach. And then, sure enough, next play, now they in the red zone from a deep ball pass interference. Then they score. Then we kick off. Then we fumble it. Then we stop them. Then we fumble it again. We had every opportunity to win that game. That game wasn't Jalen. Now, Jalen Hurts taking that sack was horrible. You cannot take that sack.
Dallas was begging you to win this game. They was begging you.
But that was the only mistake I saw Jalen Hurts making. That was the only mistake
last night.
Was taking that sack. But other than that,
you can't take a sack there.
This
you
game
can't take a sack there, bro.
Even with that sack, this game wasn't no Jalen.
I don't think it was. I don't think it was, but you can't take that sack.
No, you cannot take that sack. But I'm putting this squarely on our offensive line. Squarely on our offensive line.
Your offense gave up 470. Your defense gave up 473 yards. 473 yards.
And we still
this was the worst game.
To win the game.
This was the worst game I've seen Cooper DeJean play in his career.
Yep.
Cooper DeJean got worked.
And what did they do? I saw it the first time, the first catch from Pickens. They're going to keep going back to Adoree Jackson. They're going to keep going back to Adoree Jackson.
And they was doing it.
Going back. And then when Adoree Jackson goes down, here come Keely Ringo. Same shit, different day.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Carter came in and played well.
I thought Michael Carter wasn't a problem.
But again, we had too many opportunities that we dropped. You already mentioned the pick. Then we talking about Zach Bond's drop pick. Then we talking about the interception that got called back. Then we talking about the play to Dallas Goedert that gets called back, would have been a first down. Then we see Saquon try to spin out of something. And if you just tuck your head and go forward, that's a first down. We shot ourselves in the foot way too many times. Why are you trying to field a punt return when it bounces on the one? Why are you trying to
just there? What the fuck are you doing?
I know exactly what he was doing. He was trying to do what Kevontae Turpin did, where they suck everybody in, the ball takes a crazy bounce, and he just tries to get outside because everybody's on one side of the field. It's good until it isn't. And when you fumble the ball, bruh, that's the quickest way to get promoted to fan. We gave this game away.
Fumbles on back-to-back possessions.
Self-destruct, man. We self-destructed. And what do I keep telling you? Nobody is good enough in this league. Nobody is head and shoulders above anybody else. Nobody. We finally get a good day from Jalen Hurts, and then the offensive line sucks. 22 yards rushing from Saquon. 22.
It got to a point in the game where they said, fuck it, we're not running the ball.
We're not running the ball because we can't block.
It got to a point, I couldn't even blame them for stopping. Like, it got to you couldn't even ice the game.
You know what we look like? Remember when I talked about Caliendo in the Super Bowl? That's how bad we look on the offensive line. Cam Jurgens was a turnstile.
Yeah, look, for all the yards the defense gave up, they gave you a chance.
Bro.
They gave you a chance, bro.
Look at this.
They gave you a chance.
I took notes, bro. This was
I took notes too. Shoot.
This was in the first, I believe this was in the first quarter. So look at this. So it's Philadelphia 1st and 10.
Mm-hmm.
Saquon Barkley gets a negative 1 yard rush. Right? Fred Johnson gets beat. Now it's 2nd and 11. Penalty for a false start. Fred Johnson. Then it's 2nd and 16. Saquon gets a 2 yard rush. Fred Johnson gets beat. 3 plays in a row. And it was like that all day. If it wasn't Fred Johnson, it was Tyler Steen. If it wasn't Tyler Steen, most of the time it was Cam Jurgens. Before I jumped on, I was listening to Seth. Seth was ranting and raving, but what Seth said was he thought Fred Johnson played relatively well today. I was like, no, the hell he didn't.
No, he didn't. Cam Jurgens and Fred Johnson were probably the worst guys on the field.
Oh my God, bro!
I think.
How did our offensive line get this bad?
That quickly.
I think Seth was right. We should have kept. We should have kept Mekhi Becton. But can't say that.
I think
they ain't got shit to do with Cam Jurgens.
Their problems are beyond that now.
Yeah.
That statement probably could have worked the first half of the season or first few weeks with it. No.
Now I really want to see Lampkin.
Their problems are way deeper than that.
I really want to see the kid we got from the Rams. We can't be any worse. We can't be.
You gotta shake something up. You gotta shake something up. Look,
You have to. Cam Jurgens needs to be sat down. If he is not healthy, he should not be starting.
I think
it's either one or the other. He's either hurt or he sucks. And I've seen him go to the Pro Bowl, get voted to the Pro Bowl. So it's not that he sucks. So I'm going to assume. Matter of fact, I sent a text to Big Barrett. Barrett confirmed. He said there's no way he should be playing. He's hurt. He's still hurt. Get him out of there. Make the decision. This is why the coaches get paid. Make the decision. Pull him. Get Brett Toth in there. Brett Toth looks a hell of a lot better at center than he did at guard.
Let me ask you this, though. Give me your thoughts on the coaching today. I thought the coaching was awful in the second half. Your team should not collapse like that in the second half. You gave up 24 unanswered points. 24 unanswered points. And look, coaches, obviously, you can't coach around a turnover. If a guy turns the ball over, he turns the ball over, right? And you expect your probably the most expensive offensive line group in the league. You expect them to do their job. Cam just got paid, and he's playing like this. And granted, he's hurt, but
playing like that. If he's hurt, let me. That's on the coaches to get him out of there. That's your job. Your job is to make the uncomfortable decisions.
Yeah, let me say this. I just think let's be honest about this. What we saw today is what we saw in those first 4 or 5 weeks. They have a hot half and they disappear.
Here's the issue, though.
They have a hot half and they disappear.
How do you, with the exception of the roster and lineup changes? This, to me, this is one of these games where it's hard to blame this. It's hard to put this on Sirianni. It's hard to put this on Stoutland, other than the lineups. Your job is to, if you see he ain't getting the job done, get somebody that can do it. That's their failure. However,
I can't even say play calling was awful today.
The way the team played today, I guarantee you they didn't practice like that. Saquon ain't practicing the fumble. You can't, that's not on a coach.
Mm-hmm.
The fumbles, the drop picks, your boy trying to take the punt on the 1 yard line.
Not my boy.
Fumble again.
Not my boy. And the thing is, he got cut from his previous team for doing that, for fumbling.
Right. But he hadn't done that before. So I guess my point is the coaches obviously are the low-hanging fruit. Bad job coaching. And it's like, I guarantee you, they didn't tell him to do this in practice during the week. So that
second half was littered with lack of execution. Penalties. Every time something good happened, penalty.
Now the 12 men on the field, that was on Dak Prescott. That caught us lacking. That's why he tried to hurry up the snap, and he did it, and he caught us.
Now they was fortunate that the Cowboys had a legal man downfield, so the play just got killed.
Yep.
And then the defense stepped up and ultimately punted. So okay, all is well. They punted.
Other penalties, false start,
illegal formation, which wiped away the Goddard catch. That was a gut check.
Huge. Now I will say this: that's coaching, because he was supposed to. I don't think he declared. He declared. The problem was the receiver lined up over the line. You can't line up over him. I thought he didn't. Okay, whatever it was.
No. They said he declared.
That's something. That's coaching.
They said the offensive lineman declared himself eligible. The receiver can line up over the lineman.
That's the type of stuff that you drill. Like, yo, you can't do this. You can't do, like, you got to really. But again, I mean, how many times has that not happened? How many times have they done that successfully? That's where you gotta. This is where I pull back on. It's the coaches. Nah, these dudes get paid a lot of money, and if you've done it right the first time, you can do it right again. Which that means that's your lack in judgment, not paying attention to what's going on. To me, that ain't no different than somebody jumping off sides. Coach didn't tell you to do that.
Mm-hmm.
They tell you umpteen million times in practice. Don't jump off sides. Watch the ball. It's coming on too. Don't jump. They tell you that all the time. That should be pre-programmed in the prerequisite when you in the NFL.
Mm-hmm. They haven't been able to execute at a high level this season, and this game just showed this they haven't had this many penalties all year long. This was the most penalties they had all year, and they've been penalized a lot this year.
Right.
This was insane for the entire game. Let me make sure I got this right here. The Philadelphia Eagles had where is it? 14 penalties for 96 yards.
96 yards. Yep.
And most of them came from the offensive line. Look,
it was horrible, dude.
I know it's easy to get so wrapped up in this moment here and say this team ain't going nowhere, but they can't run the ball on the worst run defense.
They can't. Until they get Cam Jurgens out of there, Brett Toth didn't play that bad when he played at center. Brett Toth was horrible at guard.
At guard.
When they moved him to center. He had a solid game. And I say get Cam Jurgens the hell up out of there because he can't play right now. He is a liability on our offensive line. They have to be able to see that. If they can't see that, then you know what? Maybe we need to get some new coaches.
And the my mind is everywhere right now.
Yeah,
this team.
Reed Blankenship hurt. Sidney Brown was late on coverage twice because you're coming in cold and you're not comfortable, and that's what happens when they get a second string. They go deep twice. George Pickens catches that ball if Sidney Brown
I got to get credit to
one step earlier.
I got to get credit to George Pickens though. I gotta show him. I gotta put respect on his name. He was catching everything.
Nasty.
He was cooking Cooper DeJean.
CeeDee Lamb is not your number one receiver.
Not anymore.
No,
not anymore. No, not anymore. CeeDee Lamb almost lost him this game.
Bitching and moaning on the sideline like that. Nah, bro, that hit you in the hands.
Yeah, that's 2 games against the Eagles. Nah. CeeDee Lamb is not their number one anymore. But even beyond that, man, they should really be embarrassed, and they deserve to walk home.
They do.
They deserve to walk home.
Nah, y'all get back on the field. We running laps. We doing sprints, suicides. Everybody on the line. That's one of them games. There's no reason for the Eagles to make that many mistakes.
They had the formula. They was cooking no problem. They had
even as many yards as the defense gave up. That is going to happen in the NFL. Sometimes you're gonna get got, but you still had opportunities to take the game away.
You had them 21-0. It's no excuse, bro.
You had a 3-score lead.
They scored 3 touchdowns on back-to-back drives, and then they didn't sniff a point. And I can't even say, Jake Elliott missed the field goal, but that's not why they lost.
That's not why they lost.
That's not why they lost. I mean, if Jake Elliott make the field goal, okay, we're going to overtime now.
Overtime, we're doing the same thing. But every time we were moving the ball, then something happened. Saquon fumbles.
Every time, it's we moving the ball. As soon as we get to Cowboys territory, something stupid happened. A penalty, a fumble.
That's why, Tone, we talked about it earlier today.
I don't know how I feel about this team, Marcus.
We got 5 weeks of football left. 5 weeks.
I don't know how I feel about this team, Marcus.
I feel like it's up or down. We got just as much chance to go deep in the playoffs as anybody else. We still got an opportunity,
especially after what I watched today.
We still got an opportunity to get a first week bye. We still got a lot of football to play, but there is nothing guaranteed. Nothing.
Marcus, the way today was in the league, it was a weird ass day. Like Giants almost beat the Lions.
Giants should have won that game.
They should have won that game.
Freaking Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston then.
Chiefs beating the Colts And the Colts have been playing like the best team in football other than the Patriots.
I didn't even watch that game. I picked the Colts to win that, remember? You picked the Chiefs.
Yeah. Today just felt weird. And
Shout out to Shador. Shador got his
friend. Oh, no, yeah. Shador got the dub. Played all right. Look, the reality is, man, this Eagles team right now, you're going into week 13. You're 8-3. You still own the tiebreaker over most of the teams that's likely you're going to make the playoffs. That's not the question. You're going to make the playoffs. The question is, can you get that number one seed? Well, it all depends what happens today with the Rams. Because if the Rams lose, all right, they board you another week. But with the way they just get hot and just go cold, that shit is scary to me. That is terrifying. And when you moving the ball and you're just constantly getting pushed back, like they take so many negative plays.
Why does Saquon have to make 2 cuts to get back to the line of scrimmage again?
And there was moments where I felt like he did too much, and I'm like, just run.
But that's what happens when you constantly under attack like that. So what you think too much because you're so used to trying to. You got to make people miss. I got to do this. I got to do that, and you fighting just for 2-3 yards, and then it looks like you're doing too much.
Yeah,
that's what you used to doing.
Dink Bergang says offensive line penalties and conservative play calling will be our downfall. Honestly, I didn't think the Eagles were that conservative today.
I agree 100%.
I didn't think they were. I didn't think they were conservative today. They weren't running. We didn't see a single coverage draw. We saw them convert a lot of 3rd and longs today. I didn't think aggression was the problem. The passing game was working when it was working. Penalties
and blocking was the problem.
Penalties offsetted things. Every time something good happened, a penalty would offset it. Then poor run blocking. Look, I trust Jalen Hurts as much as anybody. But you still need a run game no matter how good the quarterback is. You still need a run game no matter how good the quarterback is. And they were so off balance today. And I couldn't even get mad because they literally could not get a yard.
Nope. And you got to figure out something to do. You got to figure out something different. And now this is where I look at Kevin Patullo. What did I say this morning, Tone? You know this is coming. You notice, you watch the tape. If I see it, and I'm watching the NFL.com all 22, you gotta see it.
Listen,
and the same thing happened again.
I'm gonna be honest. That 3rd and 2 is sticking with me because taking that sack. I'm gonna be honest. I would at that point, you 3rd and 2, you control the game at this point. You control the game. You control the game and the clock. Do the quarterback draw. Manufacture a run. Manufacture a run game.
Bro, just throw it away.
Or just throw it away, but still you punting. At 3rd and 2, honestly, at 3rd and 2, I wouldn't have been mad if they did 2 tush pushes in a row.
Roll out. Do something.
You saw what they did for Dak? They had Dak rolling out. They was cutting the field in half. Like it was. I'm peeved, man. I'm peeved and I'm frustrated because this Eagles team is just.
Because now we got more. Now we got more injuries. Makuba's out.
Makuba went down. Reed Blankenship went down. Lane Johnson went down. Who else? Is that it?
Yeah, I'm waiting to hear about Smitty. Adore Jackson's got a concussion. He's going to be out.
Oh, yeah. Wait, Smitty. What happened to Smitty?
Smitty got up one play and looked like he was dinged up. He finished the game.
Oh, that was early. That was like early in the game.
It was, but to me, that's one of those things where he'll be limited practice all week.
Right.
But we got an early game too, so yeah.
Yeah, this is I think this loss is just more embarrassing than anything. And because losses happen. But it's embarrassing. And the thing is,
thank you.
The issue
Ojomo got hurt.
Ojomo, that's who it was. Ojomo went down. He came back in the game, but he may be limited this week. Yep. Let me read the super chat. Green Wingman with the $50 donation, man. Thank you, brother. I really do appreciate it. Like you just look. The one thing about all this content creation, man. One thing is you got a chance to make money. So Even win or lose, you got a chance to make some bread. So shout out to my man Green Wayman for showing love. Greeny with the $50 donation to the piggy bank. He says Chargers 27th in yards. What is that? What is YRA? I never. What is that? Is he trying to say 27th in rushing yards allowed? Is that what you're trying to say?
I guess so.
Chargers and 27th in rushing yards allowed. Raiders 17th in rushing yards allowed. Commanders 31st in rushing yards allowed. Stats that are useless if this team couldn't take care of the 30th ranked rushing defense versus the Cowboys. This offense plays scared, and this defense is going to pay the price. I don't think playing scared was the problem today. Today just seemed like a complete lack of execution. Just lack of execution. Yeah. Just lack of execution. And your defense, listen, the reality is, as much shit as I talk, you got to help your defense, man. Your defense can't do everything, and I know that. I know that internally. But, dog.
I thought they helped themselves enough. And then just at key moments.
When the defense got that stop in the red zone, after the Gibson fumble, when the defense got that stop, in my humble opinion, when they got that stop, I forgave them for everything that went wrong prior to that.
Yeah, but look what happened when they got that stop. Who got us out of that hole? AJ.
Yep.
Jalen and AJ started cooking. And then we fumbled the ball.
Well, no, that wasn't that play.
That wasn't that
drive. So that wasn't that drive. They fumbled before that.
We ended up getting penalties on that drive.
Yes.
Shooting ourselves in the foot. That's what it comes down to. Shooting ourselves in the foot. As bad as the defense was, the defense still. We should have had 3 picks today.
And on top of that, they screwing up at the things that takes no talent.
Correct.
Takes no talent.
That's the worst. That is the worst.
They're screwing up at the things that take no talent. And as much confidence as I have in this team against anybody, you can't drop that game. You can't drop that game when you had them ready to.
Not like that.
Not like that. If it was competitive, all right, it's different. It's just a different. All right, if y'all going tit for tat or it's just a competitive game, all right, whatever. You had a 21-0 lead.
So mind you, now that's 3 games. That's 3 games we've had this year where we went bipolar. We had a phenomenal half, and then that next half, it was either this one was the first half again. We couldn't do nothing in the second half. I don't understand that. We got too many opportunities. There's too many things that happen that everybody in the NFL is doing because it's a copycat league, but us. I think it's an egregious error where Cam Jurgens is still playing. He's hurt, whatever his situation is, get him out of there. We can't do any worse with Brett Toth. Put him in there and let him work.
Yeah, I saw somebody say AJ got his touches and we still lost. That's not why they lost.
No, and again, miss me with all of the AJ Jalen stuff.
Their problems, I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what show they on. This ain't got nothing. Their problems ain't got nothing to do with Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown.
Nope.
Their problems got everything to do with that offensive line. Everything. They were not good today, and they have not been good all year long. I'm tired of people putting the false narratives out there. They have not been good. Yeah, Jalen Hurts holds the ball. Like, no, they have not been good. Jalen Hurts had no problem passing the ball today, for the most part. They got cold in the third quarter, but they were still moving the ball.
Bro, you just got to stack, bro.
They can't run the ball. They cannot run the ball. That's the problem with the Eagles in 2025. They can't run the ball because they're built like personnel-wise and they're constructed to run if they can't run the ball, they don't function at a high clip. That's just how they're built.
Dude, this is one of these lost for words because
I'm
everything that's wrong with it, everything negative we've had to say. In spite of all of that, they still should have won this game. Exactly. They should have won this game.
Exactly.
Drop picks, missed opportunities, fumbling the ball, turnovers. We got to how many turnovers did we have today? My only gripe is that our offensive line. How many sacks do we have on Dak today? 2?
One.
One?
But they was in his lap though all day.
Yeah.
But he was still getting that ball out. And I gotta respect it. I gotta respect it, man. Dak was slinging that thing. We lost the explosive play battle. The turnover battle was nil. And we can't run the ball. Let me read the super chat here. Dankberg Gang with the super chat. Thank you, my man. He says, Super Bowl champion offensive line playing like it's 37 and under. They playing in the semi-pros, man. This is nuts. This is nuts, man. I don't even know what to make of this shit. KSAT spotting with the super chat. He says 5 second half drives and not even 3 points. Facts. They couldn't even get in the red zone. They didn't get in the red zone one time in the second half.
Because we kept shooting ourselves in the foot, kept fumbling the ball.
They fumbled twice and penalties. Fumbles and penalties. And penalties.
Killed us.
Darth Panda with the super chat. Thank you, my man. He says, per Tim McManus, Makuba was assisted from the cart into the locker room, unable to put any weight on his right leg. He could possibly be done. It's possible.
He's done.
He might be done. He might be done.
He's done. So now we stuck with Sidney Brown. I ain't got a problem with Sidney Brown, but he looked bad today. But that's what happens when you bring somebody cold off the bench.
Mm-hmm. I'm not doing okay right now with the super chat. He says, during the 2023 collapse, we were 10-3 when we finally fired Desai. What the hell is stopping them from making a change like that right now with Petula? Well, the Desai firing didn't help them whatsoever.
No,
because they're probably
should not have been fired.
Yeah, I actually don't think Desai should have been fired. I think firing Desai is what really made him spiral. But I think when I think about the Eagles' problems offensively with Kevin Petullo, I didn't think play calling was the biggest issue today. The biggest issue. Were there moments where I was like, oh, I would have did that there. But it's the offensive line. Why are people keep looking at it's the offensive line?
Can I ask a question?
What's up, bro?
If we can get rid of Sean Desai, why can't we get rid of Kevin Petullo?
Because Sean Desai wasn't Nick Sirianni's guy.
The ists and the isms.
Because we've seen teams take play calling. Perfect example. Dan Campbell took the play calling duties from the dude. Week 10. Dan Campbell's been calling the plays for Detroit for the past 2 weeks.
and they lose.
And they have not even, I don't even know if they've considered it, taking the play calling away from Kevin Petullo, because I don't think he has the feel for it. I felt like that first half was just a lot of execution. We saw the same routes. We didn't see nothing really different.
Nothing.
We saw the same routes. That's enough. So to your point, you know what? You might be onto something. Like, we saw the same routes. We saw the same plays.
I gotta check Ojo's comments.
They just executed better in the first half. And then Dallas defense tightened up, and I give them full credit for that. They tightened up and shut them out in the second half. Shut them out. Let me see here. Whoa, Aunt Perry with the hundo. Damn,
since you were fat.
Hey, listen, man, I ain't gonna lie. Fuck this loss. I'm cool. I ain't tripping about nothing. Hey, listen, man. Hey, listen, I ain't tripping about nothing, Marcus. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Aunt Perry, man. I appreciate you. He said, bro, the fumbles, 14 penalties. 14 penalties. It got sloppy in the second half. Just sloppy embarrassing.
Is a gross understatement.
AJ had 110 yards and we couldn't get one freaking point in the second half. That's on the OC.
I'm not going to, there's no rebuttal from me.
I'm not going to push back, but I just think the problem isn't just the OC. So I'm not going to push back. I don't think Kevin Petullo. I know Kevin Petullo is a problem. Let me make that clear. I know Kevin Petullo is a problem. But that offensive line is equally, if not more, a problem. They may be the biggest problem because you're playing with one hand time behind your back. Saquon can't do Saquon things if the offensive line is not blocking. Aunt Perry, thank you so much for the donation, my man. Like, this means a lot to me, bro. You always show love when you come into the live chat. So I really do appreciate you, my man. $100 is nothing to sneeze at, man. What's today? Today the 23rd. I don't know if you got paid this week or something. I don't know, but I appreciate you, big dog. You know what I mean? Hey, keep it going. Keep it going, man. Devontae with the $9.99 super chat. Thank you, Devontae. I appreciate you. He says it seems like no one wants to hold the kids tonight because special teams and running backs were dropping them on the ground. Pickens was making cornbread for Thanksgiving the way he came out the oven, bro. Listen, man. Listen, he made DeJean look like a white corner today. he made DeJean look like spoiled milk.
It was bad, bro.
He made him look like spoiled milk today. Like dead ass. Let's call it what it is. George Pickens made them look like DeJean look like spoiled milk, and Adoree Jackson was just constantly chasing.
It was bad.
Constantly chasing. AJ Jones with the super chat. He says, and thank you, my man. I appreciate it. He says Gibson can be released. Put Covey at. Yo, that's another thing, too. Where Covey at? That's my man. Why is Gibson even back there?
I thought Covey got cut.
Covey's on the roster. I think he's on the practice squad. I think he's on the practice squad. Because I saw like a mic'd up and somebody was like, "Hey, yo, Covey. You know how somebody be talking.
Man, well, they got to do something, bro. They got to. You know what? It's time. This is where the coaches make their money.
I'm gonna be honest. This game, we gonna see some heads roll this week.
We have to.
We're gonna see some heads roll this week. I think
we have to. Especially after a loss to Dallas, and we shouldn't have lost.
Mm-hmm.
And you had 3-score lead, and you couldn't score not one touchdown in the second half. We couldn't get one touchdown.
Isn't it crazy that we beat them 24-20 in week 1 and they beat us 24-21 today? It's just it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man.
You know how bad this see, and this is where you get the indictments of Kevin Patullo.
They could lose to Chicago. They could lose to the Chargers.
But wait a minute though.
Yeah, go ahead.
Did you see what Jameis Winston did today?
You talking about overtime?
No. Look at his yardage.
Jameis is going crazy. I can't even front.
Look at his yardage.
They should have won that game, though, man.
They should have won. But my point is that if the Giants and Jameis Winston can figure out a way to do that, and we can't,
let me see.
And our quarterback is clearly better. Is he? Jameis
had 366 passing yards on 18 completions.
You see what I'm saying?
Explosive, and he had a receiver. Did you see his receiving touchdown?
Yes.
My man was breaking tackles.
Bro, and I guess all I'm saying is this is a copycat league.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're not gonna. Everybody gets a turn, like I be saying. But if the Giants can do that, and we couldn't
against that same team,
that's the indictment of Kevin Patullo, because you see all these other quote unquote inferior teams having success.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got to look at Patullo like, you looking real regular, bro.
He's not the guy though. He can't be the guy. He can't be the guy next year or any point going forward.
And I'll say it again.
I saw a report that he was supposedly in the running for whatever
head coaching
job next year. How?
Clay? How? I don't get that at all. But stranger things have happened. It ain't what you know. No balance.
That's Blunt in the building with the 12 super chat. He says 2 games given up. Broncos, Cowboys, no balance.
Because we can't run.
As Blunt,
balance ain't got nothing to do with it when you can't run.
They really couldn't run the ball.
They couldn't.
Like I was watching. I'm like, yo, I can't even blame him,
dude. I can't
even blame him.
I can't wait to show this tape, dude. I can't wait to show this offensive line, bro. Because you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go in and watch the tape, and then I'm gonna put together a video. I ain't gonna show what's going on outside. I'm specifically looking at the offensive line every play. I'm not even gonna show who's getting the ball. None of that. All you're gonna see is the offensive line, and so you can see how bad they are.
Yo, remember the shovel pass? Hurts tried to run. The offensive line couldn't even hold up.
Nope.
Like they was in his lap already. Saquon couldn't even get where he was supposed to be at because the offensive line was just that bad on that shovel pass.
And when they talk about it in the national stage, they want to
you know what they're gonna do, right?
mention the offensive line like it's a throwaway line or something. It's like that's the most important part.
You know what they're gonna say? They're gonna say, "See, told you the Eagles can't win when Jalen Hurts throws the ball more than 35 times."
Correct.
That's what they're gonna say.
Correct.
That's exactly what they're gonna say. Now, obviously, Jalen, again, you can't take that sack there, but I don't think
you can't take that sack, bro. But we can't run the ball, bro. We cannot run the ball. Our play action is useless. Useless.
Yo, that's
because
sack.
we can't run the ball. The linebackers are going nowhere.
You know that was the only sack they gave up all day, right?
Yeah.
That was the one sack they gave up.
The one sack. And they didn't really get that up. That was a bad decision on Jalen.
For sure. For sure. They almost got out of that game without giving out no sacks. And lo and behold, the one sack they gave up is the biggest sack of the game. I'm going to be honest with you. I would have went for it. I would have went for it. Like, yeah, you want to trust your defense in that situation, but fuck it. I'm going for it. I'm taking this game. I'm not just going to hope that Dallas makes a mistake. I'm taking this game. Let me get through these super chats, man, because I ain't gonna be here too much longer. I get up early tomorrow morning. Let me get through these super chats, man. I'm glad you was able to pop in, bro. Let's just fly through these. Skip X with the super chat says, "How can we see how good Hurts is throwing across the middle, but the coaches can't?" Also, Patullo is still getting the plays to Jalen late in. Yeah, that's another thing. Like they're always snapping the ball at the final second of the play call. At the play count, what is Patullo doing?
3 seconds or less.
Yo, it was so many situations
where
that. We saw AJ Brown get called for a false start because they couldn't get the play in right. We saw false starts holding all game because his team just couldn't get the plays in right.
It was bad, bro. We had opportunities and we couldn't take it. And I still say my wife was laughing at me because I said when Zach Bond dropped that pick, I was like, now watch they go down and score because we missed the opportunity.
And what happened? Next play,
pass interference in the red zone.
And he still caught it anyway. So
yeah, it's
D Trell with the super chat says, "When are we going to point the light on Sirianni and his stale offense? We've been running since he got here. It is Sirianni's offense. That is true.
It is Sirianni's offense, but we've had success under this offense.
Yeah, so, we've seen it.
It's the play caller, man. It's the play caller. It's the OC. It's the OC.
Yeah, man. Anthony
hey,
Perry,
by the way, if y'all are watching this, when y'all are watching this on YouTube, and a commercial pops up, let that commercial play all the way through.
Right.
I just thought I'd throw that out there. Let that commercial play all the way through.
I ain't gonna do that. Because you ain't gonna do that.
Let me be honest with you. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 monitors. I got 5 computer monitors and 2 phones. And I got a YouTube account on each one that I follow, and I just let it go. And when let the commercials roll, because that gets us, we get more ad revenue for that. So let them damn commercials play.
Facts, man. For sure. I get
I'm saying that because I got you right here on my second monitor, and I don't know, it was like a Jardians commercial or something. I was like, let that bitch roll.
Yo, bro,
I hope I see an ad for some damn pain reliever because I need it right now. Because the damn Eagles offensive line is giving me a headache.
Bro, I just hate the fact that, man. And Perry back again with the super chat. Thank you, my man.
Yeah,
I appreciate you. He says we lost in the Kelly Greens. I'm sick, bro. Facts. Followed up with another super chat. It says Rams about to take that number 1 spot. I'm sick. Yeah, they're gonna take that shit, man. I got them winning today, and they're already up 14-0 on Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Already up. The problem is the Eagles' offense is just too hot and cold, and they can't run the ball.
Stop with the hot and cold. The problem is the offensive line. Point, period, end of paragraph, full stop.
I don't disagree. With you.
Everybody's trying to sugarcoat it, and
but there is a lack of execution. But the lack of execution is primarily on that offensive line in the run game.
That is the keystone right there. So everything else falls under that umbrella. Everything else.
That is the nexus of their issues for sure. Candy McDaniel with the super chat says, wasting a Super Bowl window with inferior coaching, and I stand on that.
I ain't gonna argue with you.
Yeah, go get somebody outside the building. Yo, stop hiring these little suckers, man. Stop hiring these nerds that don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, but can you just imagine if we had one fucking coach for longer than 2 years? Just one.
Yeah.
Oh, golly. And they're gonna get rid of this one too.
But the reality
if Kevin Patullo comes back, I'm looking at Howie like, bro.
Look, the reality is this is never going to change because Nick Sirianni doesn't call plays. And part of me is like, yo, just let him call plays. Fuck it. Let him figure. Let's let him call plays, man. What? You can't keep going through. This is going to be a never-ending thing, unless you look for an OC that's older, and he's content with being an OC. But other than that, when you try to find a young guy, they want to be head coaches.
Yeah, they do.
You're not gonna find somebody that's just content being an OC unless you find some OG that's just like, yeah, I don't have my rounds. I just want to call offense and just keep it cute. Like, nah, man, this is something that's going to forever be an issue, bro. I'm not doing okay right now. Says with the super. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. He says, we really just need an experienced play caller who can improvise better and call a complete game given the circumstances. It's annoying because they was moving the ball, then every time they got close, offensive line just penalty air. Can't block the run. Can't block for the run there. It was ridiculous.
Listen, and for not for nothing else, man. The attitude is just like anybody can call plays, and that is not the case.
That's not the case.
Now, the one thing where I will give Kevin Patullo some grace is it is supremely difficult to be watching on the field, trying to figure out what they're going to run. That's when all the analytics and stuff come into play. And then you got to trust your homework. So don't think it's just as simple as getting somebody else in there to call plays. Because who's to say that other person is going to do any better?
Mm-hmm.
So we have to be very careful when it comes to that and not let our frustration get in the way. But it ain't gonna do us no good if they get rid of him now during the year. I don't think that's gonna help our situation. Who else you gonna bring in?
Yeah, if you were gonna make the change, you had to make it
before the bye.
It's too late.
Way too late.
The genie's out of the bottle. It's too late. But offense is a little different than defense, though, right? Like when it comes to just like, because remember, Giants fired Dayball and their offense just looked more explosive.
Ain't that something?
But so, because I feel like defense is a little more difficult to fix on the fly than offense.
Well, defense, you just need players.
Yeah, defense, you need players. Offense, I look at it like, could they move on from him and just let somebody else call? Like, I'm speechless, bro. I'm trying to find every which way that this can work out, but the reality is it goes back to the offensive line. They plan how they playing, and I can't change that.
Nope.
No amount of coaching is going to change that right now. Jeff Stoutland is looking. They're hurt also. They're hurt, but also they can't block the execution. What are they discussing? What are they discussing? Is Stoutland mellowed in? Is the message getting lost?
I think Stoutland is a situation where he don't want to. I guess he got too much invested in Cam Jurgens, because I know it's not hard to see. It's not hard to tell, unless there's something going on with Toth that we don't know about, which is possible. But you can't let him keep getting turnstile like he was getting today.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
Justin Long got a question for you, Coach, and it's kind of on par with what we're talking about. He says, Coach Marcus, I agree with you in tone about Patullo, but since you watch tape, who should we get as our new OC?
I have no earthly idea. I don't even know who's available.
First of all, you have to find somebody in the building. You have to. You can't
Here's the
just
problem.
outsource that.
Right. And you can't bring in an outside voice because they're not familiar. That's going to be the same as Matt Patricia 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to do that. Then whoever you bring in got to learn the offense.
Mm-hmm.
So to your point, it has to be somebody from internal. Unless you got to deal with it, you got to suck it up, deal with it until the season is over. Then you can really start your search.
Honestly, let Parks Frazier call the plays. He's the pass game coordinator. Let Parks Frazier call the plays. Shit.
It can't be any worse.
Can't be any worse. Can't be any worse. It can't be any worse. Patullo does not know what he's doing. The Eagles can't, but the bigger problem is the Eagles can't block in the run game though. Let's move on to the super chat here. They are coming in hot. And Perry back again with the super chat says the Dean pick erased about 12 men on the field had me furious, bro. Who you telling, bro? Who you telling? That shit
furious. That kind of stuff make my hair grow, bro.
That shit broke my spirit, bro.
Hurt my feelings.
But they still forced a punt. But you would have been in a better field position if you get that interception, and you probably get at least a field goal at the very least.
Yep.
Cool Eagle 450 with the super chat says we know we're not winning a chip. Either the Bucks or Rams going to take us out in these playoffs. Where do we go from here? This team is booty. I'm not going that far.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared of nobody.
I'm not scared of nobody.
Nobody should be scared of us. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, that part. That's a good angle. I'm not scared of nobody, but nobody should fear the Eagles right now.
No.
And that's honestly what I'm gonna be honest with you. There's no team in the NFC, and you've been saying it. There's no team in the NFC head and shoulders above anybody.
Nobody.
I don't think so at the very least. I don't. I don't believe that. As long as Sam Darnold, the quarterback of the Seahawks, they can get got.
They can get got.
The Rams.
You saw what happened to what's his name in Atlanta today? Kirk Cousins.
Oh yeah.
Anybody can get it, man. Anybody. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how else to say it, but there are no dominant teams in the league right now. None.
Yeah. And what I was about to say. Yeah, again, I'm with you. I don't fear anybody, but nobody should fear us either. And the playoffs is such a funny animal because it's one of those things like you just gotta win the game. And no one cares about the numbers. No one cares about just win the game and move on.
Yep.
And because this defense is so good, and because they still have the personnel they have on offense, you always got to give them a shot. You get that's the core reality, Eagles fans. No matter what we're seeing, no matter how upsetting it is, when you have a defense that good, that talented, and you have an offense that talented as well, and you got Vic Fangio doing what he's doing, the reality is they're always going to have a shot. No matter how pissed off we are, and I don't know if that makes you guys feel better or worse, but because of the way this team is built personnel wise, and because we got Vic Fangio calling plays on defense, and Jalen Hurts is at quarterback, this team is always going to have a chance. They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. We just don't like what we see right now. But because of who they are, and because of the personnel and the coaching on defense, they're never, ever not going to be in a football game. The question is, do we trust them? Can they go all the way? Can they find a spark offensively? Can they find a way to get the running game going? Because it's at a point now where your play action's not even working. Because they don't believe you.
Even close.
They don't believe you. The Eagles couldn't even run play action today because the run game couldn't set it up. They don't believe you. We got another super chat here with Quentin Fields. Thank you, my man. And this one with you, Marcus. It says the QB coach can call plays. Yeah, that's who is that? The QB coach is Scott Loeffler. We got Scott Loeffler. Listen, there's only two people that could potentially call the plays. It's Scott Loeffler, the quarterback coach, and Parks Frazier, the pass game coordinator. Other than that, those are your, and you got obviously Kevin Patillo's the OC, but those are your options right now.
And don't forget Sirianni, but that's not realistic.
That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. He's too cemented in his CEO role. It's not gonna happen. So again, I don't know if this brings you reprieve, Eagles fans, but and again, I'll say it one more time, because of the defense and because of Vic Fangio and because of the talent you have on offense, the Eagles will always have a shot because they're talented enough. But the offensive line,
we just got to put it together, bro.
But the offensive line,
bad.
Because keep in mind, remember, the Eagles last year, I mean, obviously the run game was way better, but they still lost last year. They lost to the Commanders, like they lost to the Falcons, they lost to the Buccaneers. They had losses on the resume. They lost the teams, but so now they've tied their loss count for last year. They've tied it. They had 3 losses last year, and they got 3 losses.
Just get it together and get to the show. That's all you got to do. Once you get to the show, to playoffs,
anything can happen.
Your slate is wiped clean, and everybody starts from the same spot.
Yep. And it's because they're so talented.
Yeah.
When I say anything can happen, anything can literally happen. It's not like the Eagles are a team that lacks personnel, and we're like, oh my God, man, we're cooked. Like coaching and personnel is cooked. That would really mean we're done. But they got the personnel, and you got the coaching on defense, and I trust the skill group on offense. So the Eagles always gonna have a shot. Anthony Perry back again with a super chat. He says we need a coach who can call plays. The continuity issue is a major issue. It is. And it's going to remain an issue until Nick Sirianni gets some balls and calls plays again.
Yep.
It's going to always remain an issue. And I don't see how he doesn't see that. You have to see that. They have to see this. If we're discussing this right now, they have to be having these conversations.
They do.
You cannot continue. You are hurting your quarterback. You're hurting your quarterback. But Nick Sirianni has to call plays at some point.
Look at this. LA Rams about to score again and have 21-0. Let's see if they can keep a damn lead.
They can run the ball, actually. Jay Pierce with the $9.99 super chat, man. Thank you for the love, man. It's much appreciated. Darth Panda back again says, promote Scott Loeffler from QB coach to OC. I'm with you, bro.
Yeah.
What you got to lose?
Nothing.
What you got to lose? I'm sorry, Sirianni. You want to keep your job? Your man to the curb. It's straight like that. But guess what? They're not gonna do that. Want to know why? Because you still had.
They might.
Because you still had. You think so? You think you like? Do you think it's even possible?
If Jeffrey Lurie doesn't look like what it looks like bad enough, yes, I can see that happen.
But the question is, and the thing is, this has been.
Do you want to make that happen with 5 weeks left?
If you're gonna make it happen, now you got to do it. You got 5 games left. You can build reps in this 5-game stretch, especially since the opponents are going to subside a bit. But they can lose to anybody because of the lack of offensive line play and the lack of execution. They're beating themselves more times than not. Every game they've lost, they've pulled the trigger, not the other team.
Correct.
Every game the Eagles have lost this year, they pulled the trigger.
And that gun is pointing straight at their foot.
They're the ones that jumped off the Grand Canyon. Like, so if you were going to make a play calling change, you got to do it now. You can't do it a week before the playoffs start.
No, you can't. Listen. They stuck with it. They stuck with it. At this point, I'm hoping in 5 weeks they can get something together, and at least have the offense. Well, and again, let me walk that back. We got 5 weeks to get this fucking offensive line together. That's where it is.
And Lane not gonna be back until
this ain't got nothing to do with Lane.
No,
it's in the middle.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's just not. He's not gonna be back until later on. So you gotta figure this out, like, before he comes back.
It's in the middle.
It is. Their
in the middle.
problems, in my humble opinion, have been solely on the interior. Solely.
Yep. Cam Jurgens is a liability that we gotta change until he gets healthy. When he's healthy, he's great, but he ain't healthy right now.
You know what I would do?
So,
I'll be honest. You know what I'd do? I put him on IR.
Who?
Cam. I put him on IR.
Uh,
You got 5 weeks left. By the time he come back, playoffs start. I put him on IR.
yeah.
At this point, he can't move. Marcus, he can't move.
It was bad, bro. It was bad.
It looks like it looks like he's afraid to move a certain way.
No, I just think he can't hold the weight. When somebody's putting that pressure on you, he can't stand it.
They leaning on him, and he can't. And they listen. The one thing about the NFL, these players, they get paid a lot of money to find a dead body.
Yeah,
they get paid a lot of money to find the dead body. They get paid a lot of money to find the weak link in the chain. And teams know they're watching the film. They're watching the film. It was a bad matchup on the interior for the Eagles today. They got their asses kicked.
Yeah.
No Hand says put Patullo in a box with Fangio. Man, put Patullo on a curb with a cardboard box, man.
Oh my goodness.
Put Patullo in the cafeteria. Man, you know, I don't want him in the cafeteria. He may mess up the team meals.
It is going to be a miserable week in Philly.
Oh, for sure. I'm glad I'm not there.
It's going to be a miserable week in Philly.
Now, granted, I'm in Texas, but
yeah, it's going to be a miserable week for you.
But honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really come across too many Dallas fans. I know that sounds weird, but
no, it all depends on where you are.
I don't come across too many Dallas fans. I come across Texans fans, Green Bay fans, Steelers fans. Yeah. I don't really come across Dallas. They're here. I see them, but I don't really. I see a wide range.
Yo, somebody said put Patullo on Broad in Oregon.
Hey, yo, no, send his ass down Kensington. Go shake some ass.
Tone, I gotta get out of here, bro.
You know, I'm about to close the thing out anyway, man. So I appreciate you, man. I know you're going live later on anyway. So I appreciate you, big dog. I'm about to close the thing out. So
I'll be live tonight at 10:30. Maybe by the end, I'll get this taste out my mouth. I'm gonna have something else to eat. Maybe that'll wash it down. I got plenty of Listerine. Maybe I'll have some coffee or something. Just gotta calm down. Maybe I should have me some ice cream. That's what I should.
That sounds good. That sounds good, big dog.
I gotta do something to think happy thoughts, bro.
What kind?
I like cherry cordial.
We had this conversation. What the hell is cherry cordial?
Cherry cordial is black cherry with chunks of chocolate.
You really old head for real.
I am old head.
Like for real. Cherry cordial. That sound like an old head flavor.
Nah, it's not that old. It's relative. I mean, basically it's black cherry with chocolate chunks in it. It's phenomenal.
But I'm just saying, like cherry. I can't picture somebody. Hey, let me get that cherry cordial. That sound like an old head statement.
Nah, man. You've been away too long, bro.
Mark, you know I love you, man. Look,
oh my God.
I'm about to close this thing. I know you're streaming on your channel as well, so you might as well keep it going so you could get the views and whatnot. I'm about to close this thing out though. I'm about to close it out for us, though. All right. All right, my guy. Much love, man. Go enjoy go enjoy your cherry cordial, man. I'm gonna go probably enjoy. I gotta find something, man. I gotta find something.
This might be an alcohol evening.
No,
I don't even drink like that. This might be. Yo, I might have to pop open that bottle of bourbon I bought with the Eagles logo on it. With the Super Bowl bottle.
I don't drink like that either, man. I might have to. I gotta go find me, bro. I need to go get me some ice cream, man, and just.
I might have to pop open the bourbon, bro. Might have to pop it open.
Hey, listen, put a splash of that in your cherry cordial. You know what I mean?
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Oh man, Marcus, I'll see you soon, big dog. I'll see you soon, man. It's always love. Always.
All right,
love,
bro.
Man. All right, my guy. Oh man, my man said cherry cordial. I love it. Hey, respect. KLS Eagles with the super chat says, I 100% agree with our O-line is trash, and we had the best line last year. It's been 10 weeks. We don't know how to fix it. Bro, I'm with you on that, man. I'm with y'all. Let me start the closes. Where we at? Darth Panda with the super chat says this L was Denver 2.0. Bro, was it? Was it? Skip X with the $2 super chat says offense looks its best in tempo, aka Coach Hurts. Facts. When this offense is under the helm of Jalen Hurts, they look way better when they're in tempo. Way better. Why I say that though, with the $4.99 super chat says this might sound crazy or unfair, but is this a Mark Jackson to Steve Kerr situation where the team outgrows the head coach? The difference is Mark Jackson never won with Golden State, but Mark Jackson built that roster though. He built that roster. He established that culture, and unfortunately, he wasn't able to see it through. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Nick Sirianni has a Super Bowl on the resume. You cannot delete that. You can't delete that. But the constant is the fact that we don't have consistency at play calling. And if Nick Sirianni is not calling plays, we will never, ever probably see the full-fledged evolution of Jalen Hurts because frankly, if you don't have a head coach that's calling plays, you're always going to have a revolving door at OC, and it's never going to end. Darth Panda with the super chat says AJ was right. This offense stinks. Yeah, man. And Perry back again with the super chat. Yo, Ant, you've been balling today, man. I appreciate you. He says Patulo's voice even irritates me. He sounds arrogant, but he actually has the Dunning Kruger effect. I gotta look that up. Let me see. Dunning-Kruger effect. Dunning-Kruger effect is a cognitive bias where people with low ability in a specific area tend to overestimate their competence, while highly skilled individuals may underestimate their abilities. Oh, shit. Damn, Aunt Perry, go ahead with the intellect. Shoot. No, you nailed it. You nailed it. He's arrogant as fuck and he's smug. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. Anyway, you guys, I'm about to close this stream out. You guys have been phenomenal. You guys have donated a lot today. Today was our biggest day when it comes to donations. You guys have truly been phenomenal, man. And I don't take it for granted. So I'm gonna try to figure out what I'm gonna do with the rest of my evening. I'm gonna get myself ready for work this week. And I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll most likely go live when I get off from work. Probably go live for like a half an hour, maybe 45 minutes. And I'm just going to figure out my life. Just going to figure out my life because the Philadelphia Eagles clearly don't care about my life. They don't care about my life. They don't care about my happiness. They don't care that I go hard for them. I am so unapologetic. I am so unapologetically a Jalen Hurts guy. And I stand by this. Because this defense is so good and talented, and because the offense is so talented, and you got Vic Fangio calling plays on defense, it may shock you, but the Eagles are going to always have a chance. There's not a single game this year that they haven't been in. And every time they lost it, it's because they shot themselves in the foot. It's just that simple. The Philadelphia Eagles have done it to themselves more times than not this year. I don't look at the opponent and really feel like they've dominated. The Eagles. You know the one thing that does bring me solace? Cassie Stewart. Oh my God, Cassie Stewart. Cassie, Oh my God, Cassie. I gotta read this because this is so sweet. And you seem like such a sweet lady. You look like a sweetie pie. So I'm gonna read this comment because it really tickled me. And I do agree with you, by the way. She says, shout out to Cassie Stewart. She says, football is a game, hun. I love my Cowboys, but there are other things more important. Your life will be okay. Cassie motherfucking Stewart. Who would have thought it would have been a Cowboys fan to bring me back to earth? And Cassie, it's easy for you to say you won today. It's easy for you to say you won today. You won. But I do agree with you. My life is good. My life is good. I'm happily married. My family's healthy. My dog, I love him to death. My dog is the shit. He's awesome. I don't really want for anything. I have my health. I have my faculties. You know what I mean? But it still hurts, Cassie. My feelings are still hurt. You know? And look, it brings me great joy to say that Jalen Hurts is still a Super Bowl MVP, and people can never ever take it away from him. They can never take it away from him. So, Cassie, I really do appreciate your kind words. I really do. You look like a sweet lady. And I really do appreciate your kind words, but I live for this sport. I live for this sport. I love this game. I love the game. I love the hustle. I be feeling like one of them ball players or something. I don't know if you get that reference, but shout out to people who do. Miss Cassie Stewart, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So sweet. All right. We're getting out of here. And it's straight like that. I've been your humble host, Tone DeShields II. You guys have been locked in on an unfortunate edition. Actually, a pretty great edition. I take that back. You guys are still phenomenal. You guys have been tuned in to a fantastic edition by way of you of Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game.